Hey everybody, welcome back to my workplace. This is the only place that I seem to be able to even consider getting a few minutes to make a video. I do apologize for the nasty on the wall, but it is what it is, and it's not our fault. But anyway, I thought I would share with you some hats that I've made, and a hat that I am almost finished with. My hair, I've been sitting in front of the fan all day, so got that windblown look going on. But anyway, I believe with the hats that I have, and I have another hat somewhere, I'm not sure where it's at, but I believe it puts me right around 70 hats. I don't know if I'm going to get the whole 100 this year for the preschool, but they're going to get what I give them. And I'm not going to push myself to, get the exact 200, because quite honestly, like I've said before, that is quite a bit to ask for one person to do, especially a person who is not retired, that doesn't have a whole lot of time to sit and crochet. Not trying to make excuses, but it seems like we are working more now than we have in the last few years. So, yeah. It's been exciting. It's been an interesting trip. And I will say that we do have, and not here at the lock shop where I'm sitting now, but at our restaurant, Cosmic Castle, check it out. We do have 2 people now that help us. We have a friend of ours that volunteers his time to help us for lunch on Sundays, which is an absolute blessing. He is amazing. And then we just recently coordinated with the Can Works program, which it is a government or a state government program that assists individuals from 16 to I think 26 in getting job experience and whatnot. So that's the person that we are employing. The state actually pays their wages, or the organization pays their wages. We don't. We just provide the job and the training, which that's a plus. It's less of a headache for us. But we have only had this person for 3 days. They only work Thursday evening, Friday, and Saturday for us for a few hours each day. And we've only had them 1 week, and I will say we're going to have a lot of training to do. But this person is a younger person and has no job training at all. And I look at this as an opportunity to help them become the best employee or that they can be for whether us or anybody else they may work for in the future. So I'm taking that goal on as a challenge, and I intend to complete that challenge. And if you notice my shirt, Bigfoot Fun Park, Branson, Missouri, love it, love it, love it. It's our favorite place to go. Their mini golf course is amazing. We like their, I don't know, they call them really arcades anymore at Fun Center. We got quite a few t-shirts this last time. I got 2, Steve got 3, and then we got a stuffed animal, which is being put away for now, and we also got some candy. So yeah, we upped our wardrobe with some new shirts from the Fun Center. I will say that at least when we went, I'm not saying this is true for everybody, but at least when we went on our vacation, which was a few weeks back, it seemed to be that the money we spent on the credits, because they give you the little card there and you swipe the credits on the machine to play. It seems that for the amount of credits that we purchased, we got equal amount of prizing, which I can't say that for all fun centers, because that is not true for some fun centers. Some fun centers, you pay big bucks, you get little prizing. But the Bigfoot Fun Park, at least for the game that we played, just one game, the prizing and the purchase amount did seem to coordinate fairly well. And I have a decent idea of what different prizes and stuff that they were having would cost, because we too also purchase the redemption type prizes, because we do have a couple of games, just 2 right now, that do take redemption type prizing, but we don't give the prizes out. They play the game to get the prizes. Anyway, that was crazy. But anyway, on to the hats. First thing I'm going to show you is a couple of crocheted scrappy hats that I have done, and these are all in no particular order. If you have read my blog, which I did put a link to it in the description of my last video, I'm gonna hang that up right there, then I have shared a little bit of this on there, but not a whole lot. I'm just kind of in a spot right now where I don't really have time. I work, I sleep, well, let's see, I sleep, I work, maybe I work, I sleep, and then eat, and then it's like there's not a whole lot of time left over because like I said, we've been doing a lot of extra stuff. But anyway, all of these hats, to my knowledge, are finished. This is the first one that I did. This is a scrappy hat. This is some yellow and some scrap variegated that I did. This is just a half double crochet hat. I did this with a size I hook. That is finished. The next one I did is a 4-toned purple hat. Same pattern. I think I started with 8 in the center and then just, you know, measured it and went down. This, like I said, this is 4 tones with a purple. I've got a darker purple on top, variegated, a sparkly purple, and then a little bit lighter purple on the bottom. I thought this turned out really cool. Here's the inside of the hat. I just tied them and snipped it pretty close. Hopefully they don't come undone. Fingers crossed. But anyway, there's that one. And then the next one that I have is technically a 3-tone purple. My base color was a very, very light lavender color, and then I paired it with a little bit darker lavender and then a dark purple, and then I ran out of those two and I used some black fuzzy eyelash yarn, which I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. Every time I do eyelash yarn, it seems that most of the eyelash is on the inside instead of the outside. But it did give a nice fuzzy finish to the hat. So as you can see, there's 2 different shades of purple here. Super duper light. It kind of looks gray to me, but Steve said it was purple, or really light lavender. And there is my fuzzies on the bottom. Here is the inside of the hat. As you can see, there's more fuzzies on the inside. Ooh, I do have a tail there. I probably won't. I'm gonna snip that later. But anyway, there is this hat. That is all that I have crocheted since last time visiting with you guys. And then I had some Addy blanks. This is what I call them, Addy blanks. Basically, I just take some yarn and crank out a tube to make a hat on my Addy. And I set those aside. I just make a bunch of tubes, which I made 4 total this time around. And then I save them for a later time to finish them off. This one is actually a size 5 weight yarn, which totally blew my mind because Addy had no problem at all with it. I love the way this turned out. This is a Loops and Threads print, I think, and I believe the color on this is bisque. Inside is just the same. I forget, I'm just doing up and down. I'm not doing a whole thing here because there's stuff that's irrelevant. But I do like the way this turned out. This is going to be a super warm hat for someone. Yeah, really cool. It was even warm putting it on my hand. The next one that I have here is 2 different shades of Dollar Tree yarn. I believe they were both the Premier Dollar Tree yarns. One of them is called Sage, I believe, the green one, and I'm not sure what the orange one is called. So this is a 2-tone hat that I have, and I just did this until I ran out, and then I actually ran out of the green. So yeah, perfect. Finished the hat. But this works up, the Dollar Tree yarn works up really well on my Addy. And I will say for these hats, I didn't have much problem at all making these up. So that is my phone ringing, and it's not a local call, so they can just ring. I'll mute it. They can leave a message if they think it's important. This one is actually a Red Heart yarn. I was really shocked that Addy liked Red Heart yarn, because Addy usually don't like Red Heart yarn. And I did have a few problems with this hat, but it's nothing major. The hat is still intact in one piece. This is the Red Heart Americana. This is most of the skein, not all of it. There is, as you can see, there's boo-boos right in there. No big deal. Here's the other side. I love this. It is like, I want to keep this hat. That's how much I like this hat. I want to keep it. So yeah, there's that one. And then the last Addy blank that I've done recently, this is a It's a Hobby Lobby yarn. I've had it for quite a while. It is a, I want to say Yarn Bee Baby, and I do not remember the color on this. This looks small, but it stretches pretty nicely. So that's what this one looks like. This also has 100 rows. I did all these, I believe, with 100 rows, give or take. And this one, being that it was a size 3 because it was a baby yarn, I did have a little bit tighter tension on this than I did the others. But like I said, it will stretch just fine and be perfect. So there's those. There's those hats that I have finished. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that puts me up to at least 68. I have one more stashed, 69, and then I have one more that I'm going to show you, which will put me at 70. Now, with this hat, I do have the ball band, and I have what's left. This is also a loops and threads. This is another, oh, it's the carousel twist is what the other one was as well. Not the print or whatever, carousel twist. And this one is Limoncello, is the name of this one. Is it gonna focus, maybe? Anyway, this is what it looks like. I've had to roll it up into a ball because it got to be a disaster. So here's this, and I have made this hat on straight needles. Now, I know, straight needles, making it flat. Why, Anna? Well, this is a size, if you can read that, this is a size 5 yarn. It's the same as that other one that I told you. Same thing, same size, just different color. And this calls for a size 5.5 millimeter US 9 knitting needles. I do not have DPNs that are that size. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna wing it. We're gonna make it flat, and we're going to learn how to seam it up. I will say this has been a very low stress hat. I like doing it in the round, but I think this was really very low stress. Did the garter stitch the entire way, except for the ribbing, and it is like a knit, was it a knit 2? It's like a knit 2 purl 2? No, knit 2 purl 3, or knit 2 purl 1, 2, 3. Maybe it's a knit 3 purl 3. I don't know what I did. I can't remember. It's, you can, maybe you can figure it out better than I can remember. But I did this all on straight needles. I used the ones that I got from Hobby Lobby several years back for my birthday. I am to the point now where I have finished my decrease, and I'm ready to snip my yarn, thread it through the top, and fingers crossed, seam down the side. There is a few boo-boos on this, but they are not important because, I mean, you know, first time. So here we have it. There is my hat, ready to fold up and seam. And I think it'll be fine. It's only 7 inches, and it should be at least 7.5 to 8. But honestly, I think it's going to be fine because, I mean, I don't know. I think it looks, oops, that stuck through. I think it looks really good. At least for a first time try. And if you want to know what this stitch marker is, if you read the post on my blog about this, this is where I was at when I posted that post. So I'm excited to finish this. And I don't think it matters which side you look at. It is totally, completely reversible. So once I finish this up, this should give me right about 70 hats. This is the end of September, so I've got about 6 weeks left to see how many more I can get done. Like I said, I'm not asking for donations for hats this year. They're just going to get what I give them. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. I'm sorry I haven't made it back to show you anything. I still want to make that video with some insights that I've had over the last month-ish or so that I've been MIA, kind of sort of, but posting on my blog. I kind of go back and forth between the two, but that is not the time for this because this is already getting a little bit long. So thank you for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I probably won't be back until hopefully maybe next week. We will have to see. So see you soon.